walk this earth like a god.
You scared? What? You scared? What? You scared? What? Kicking in the door, I make the bitches hit the floor for keys. Yeah.
Travis got it here. Nate Diaz was asked about the upcoming matchup between Conor McGregor and Eddie Alvarez. You see, Conor McGregor just barely made it past Nate Diaz. And personally, I think that he lost that fight. And most people that saw that fight felt like Conor McGregor lost that fight. I mean, it was obvious. I think he even knew that he lost that fight in the first fucking place. Dude, y'all fought twice at welterweight. And then after the fight, yeah, I want to fight again, but let's do it at a lower weight this time. So it can make it easier for you. Is that why you want to go to a lower weight? But Nate Diaz was asked about this matchup. Look, Conor McGregor won the featherweight title, from Jose Aldo. Then he jumped up to welterweight. Had 2 fights up there, won 1, lost 1. Now he's going back down to lightweight. Jose Aldo is talking about quitting MMA. He don't even want to fight no more because he can't get his title, which I think is some bullshit. Well, no, he can't get his rematch. And look, man, shit take time, all right? Motherfuckers trying to see new fights. And that Nate Diaz fight, the first one, was a shocker. Everybody wanted to see the rematch. Now, I know you being put on a back burner for right now, but damn, hold your horses, man. Don't just quit, give up. You still getting paid, so... You know what I'm saying? The money is important. You'll get your belt back, or you might get your ass whooped again. Got knocked out in 13 seconds. So, even if you last a little while, you still might get fucked up. But Nate Diaz was asked about this matchup between Eddie Alvarez and Conor McGregor. And he said, fuck them both. Both those little bitches are afraid to fight me. That's why they fighting each other. And tell Dana, I said, get off Conor's nuts. I left my room at 175 pounds for that fight. So when I fought, I was probably 173. Quit telling people I was a monster to make him look good. I've been a lightweight my whole career. Eddie said I was next after Gilbert. Then I called him a bitch in the lobby, and he turned down the fight repeatedly until I beat Conor. Then he called every day asking for the fight. Bitch, what kind of fighters are these guys? Nate Diaz statement. That boy be going in. He don't give no fucks. He calling these motherfuckers bitches. He said, he told his own boss, get off Conor's nuts. Nah, bullshitting. And you know what? I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But when they announced the rematch with Conor McGregor, there's a video on the internet that Nate Diaz had posted of him slapping the shit out of Dana White. I mean, it was clear that he really slapped him. It wasn't no funny business or nothing. Like, maybe Nate Diaz was like, yeah, you can pay me my money, but since you tried to fuck me over with this bullshit, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to get a Stockton slap to the face in order for me to make the fight. And Dana White probably was like, okay, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And then he let him do it. But, yeah, Nate Diaz slapped the shit out of Dana White. And Nate Diaz would just say whatever the fuck he want to say, whenever the fuck he want to say it. That's what it's all about, man. Fuck these bitches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, call that bitch, that Eddie dude a bitch in the lobby. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that bitch. What the fuck you going to do? We can fight right here, or we can fight in the ring. We can fight for free. If you getting too froggy, you can jump, bitch. I'll beat your ass anywhere. But apparently, Eddie Alvarez was ducking Nate Diaz. He didn't want to make that fight. And then, Nate Diaz done choked out Conor McGregor. And now you want to make the fight. You just looking for a payday, huh? That's what it sounds like. You looking for a payday. You see, you didn't want to get your ass whooped when it was very little on the line. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be a big blow to your career, and it's not really worth taking that ass whooping. But then, now you see Nate Diaz done beat Conor. Now you like, okay, that fight is worth a lot of money. Whether I win or lose, I'll take that fight with Nate Diaz. But you still going to get your ass whooped. Most likely, you're going to get your ass whooped by Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? And then Conor McGregor is going to duck Nate Diaz. Both of those fighters said that they wanted that third fight. Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor said that they wanted the third fight, but Conor McGregor is acting like a bitch about the weight. Like, dude, you done proven that you are a 2-round fucking fighter in both fights. You lost all 3 of those last 3 rounds. You won the first 2. Nate won the last 3. 3-2 Nate Diaz. He won both of those fights. And, of course, Dana White is not interested in making the third fight because he got to protect Conor McGregor. Those 2 guys be going at it, man. Both fights. Both of those fights were some classics. But, both of those fights should have been Nate Diaz victories in those fights, but it didn't work out like that. Even though, I believe Nate clearly won the fight. And like I said before, most people that saw that fight feel like Nate Diaz won that fight. You know, they got Conor McGregor bouncing all over the place. You know, this motherfucker won a title at featherweight, and then he bumped up to welterweight, got his ass whooped, took the rematch after, you know, that the fight got called off. I think it was supposed to happen at like 200, UFC 200, but Conor McGregor was acting like he didn't want to promote the fight. Y'all know what that's all about. Y'all know Conor McGregor like to run his mouth and talk all that shit. It ain't even really nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? This shit, in the art of war, you wouldn't even be alive. Nate Diaz own all of your shit. How you gonna show up to a fucking press conference when you supposed to be the trash talker? You supposed to be the one that's talking all of the shit. But this month you was talking that shit during the build up to the first fight, and then you got your ass whooped, and now you don't want to face this man. That's what it's all about, man. Cut the bullshit. Hey, I sold this many pay-per-views. Hey, I generated this amount of money, so I don't even really need to promote the fight. The fight will sell itself. No, bitch. Why don't you face this motherfucker that beat your ass, choked you out, made you quit like a hoe? You know what I'm saying? Holly Holm, she got choked out on that same card, and guess what? She didn't tap. You said that you would never tap. A woman showed more balls than you, Conor McGregor, and she don't even got no fucking balls. You motherfucker tap the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And that look on your face, man, you look like a straight up bitch. You know what I'm saying? All curled up, looking like, oh shit. Yeah, motherfucker on your ass. You should have just took that knockout loss like a man any fucking ways. That's what you should have did. The fuck is you trying to shoot for a takedown for? You not no motherfucking wrestler. Everything that you do is standing up. But you was getting your ass whooped. You basically quit right then and there. Fuck you shooting for a takedown for? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do down there? You already hurt. You not in your right mind. And then you gonna try to take down somebody that's good on the fucking ground, whether it's on his back or he on top, especially on his back. So even if you would have scored the takedown, you still was done. Fuck was you doing? I don't know what the fuck you was thinking about. So, you know, Conor McGregor is gonna duck that Nate Diaz rematch regardless. And I already knew it that night because right after the fight, first of all, how the fuck you gonna try to talk some shit after winning a majority decision after he done beat you up and choked you out? How you gonna say, oh yeah, I'm not surprised motherfuckers this time, whatever corny shit that he said. He was acting like Nate Diaz was in his head the whole promotion. Even after the fight when he supposed to won, yeah, they gave it to him. But you know, He really lost, man. UFC got to protect their cash cow, man. If it's a close fight, they going to give it to Conor McGregor. That's how that shit is, man. But, like, how the fuck you going to try to talk shit after the fight knowing that you got your ass whooped, man? This dude was, like, literally turning his back and running away. How the fuck could you score a round for him doing some shit like that? And all three of those judges gave that motherfucker that fourth round. And this motherfucker running and shit, turning his back and running. Looking up at the clock, like looking for a way out. And you say that he won that round? When clearly Nate was doing all of the damage, he was doing all of the work, controlling the cage, being an aggressor, you're going to give it to Conor. Yeah, because it was a close round that you might be able to get away with giving it to him. But we all saw it. We all saw that Nate Diaz won that fight. Regardless, man. And Conor McGregor is a fraud. You went up there, you got your ass whooped twice. You know, now you drop it down in weight to fight at lightweight. But wasn't you asking Nate Diaz to fight at 155? I don't know, man. Maybe you could talk Dana into give you that third fight if you really wanted it. But I don't think you wanted it in the first place, man. You barely got past Nate in the rematch. And you don't ever want to fight Nate again, do you? You know what? What's going to happen in order for Nate to get that third fight? Conor McGregor's going to have to get his ass whooped repeatedly. You know, he's going to have to take not only a loss in this next fight, this Eddie Alvarez fight, he might even go back even lower, try to bully some smaller fighters, knowing that he ain't fought at featherweight in like a year if he loses this fight. You know, and then if he lose that, then he might give it a shot just to get a payday. You know, that motherfucker was happy he won that robbery. He was happy, talking shit, when you should have lost the fight. You know in your mind whether you won a fight or whether you lost a fight. You know. You know, it ain't no mystery. You know what I'm saying? You know when a motherfucker is tracking you down, pinning you against the cage, punching the fuck out of you. You tired? You turning your back and running away? The only rounds he looked good in was the first and the second round. That's it. You lost that fight, man. Now you're going back down here, You going back down to fucking to lightweight to fight Eddie Alvarez. What you gonna do if you get your ass whooped? They really bouncing this motherfucker all over the place. Featherweight, welterweight, lightweight. Fuck is next, man. They might not even let him go higher than lightweight. If he get past Eddie Alvarez, you know, they probably won't even let him go higher than that again. Because they know he'll get his ass whooped. But guess what? Nate don't give a fuck about fighting you at lightweight. He'll take that fight, get past Eddie Alvarez, and win that belt. And then y'all can do the third fight for the lightweight title. That fight will be fucking huge. But you know what? I don't think Dana's ready to cash out on Conor's head yet. He might not let him make that fight, even though it'll be the biggest fight that could be made, possibly in a UFC period. But he ain't gonna let that shit get made. He gonna protect Conor. Because Conor ain't shit but a fucking hype job. Like Ronda Rousey. I'm Travis Gotti. Thank you for tuning in to Travis Gotti Boxing. Subscribe.
I gotta quit fucking with you.